Medical marijuana dispensary licenses in Massachusetts are expected to be awarded in just a few months. 22 News I-Team reporter Ryan Walsh discovered if our current laws are enough to keep us safe on the roads.
Medical marijuana is now legal in Massachusetts, which means patients are allowed to drive with some marijuana in their system legally. But how much before they're considered impaired? Massachusetts doesn't have a breathalyzer-type device to determine how high someone is behind the wheel. The 22 News I-Team went to the state police barracks in Brookfield to see what steps police are taking to keep our roads safe from people driving under the influence of marijuana.
Now, if you're asking if there'll be a limit like there is with blood alcohol, I don't know. It's up to the legislature. Right now, there is no limit on the books. It's whether or not a person is impaired when they're driving.
Trooper Matthew Simpson is a drug recognition expert.
There's a program, it's an international program of which we have 17 troopers trained in, and we're planning to train an additional 20 within the next 10 months or so in response to the medical marijuana.
So the state police are already amping up their efforts in advance of the medical marijuana dispensaries, and attorney Richard Evans told the 22 News I-Team he expects that marijuana could be completely legalized and taxed in Massachusetts by 2016.
You know, we often hear that we should slow down in reforming the marijuana laws because there's not a so-called breathalyzer test for marijuana. And I think that's a bogus argument. I think that's just an excuse not to do anything.
State Representative Ellen Story of Amherst filed a bill called the Cannabis Regulation and Taxation Act. Attorney Evans helped write it. The bill has a section on driving where it says legalizing marijuana won't have to change any of our current driving laws.
The fact is we have laws on the books right now that very strenuously punish motorists who are driving under the influence of any substance.
Trooper Simpson says police use just about the same tests to determine if you're too drunk to drive as they would to see if a driver is too high to be behind the wheel.
Typically, we're just looking to find out if that person is impaired, whether or not their ability to coordinate and operate a motor vehicle safely has been diminished by whatever they might have taken.
Trooper Simpson told 22 News there are currently 77 drug recognition experts across the state from the state and local police. The state police are training an additional 20, but other agencies are training more people as well. I'm Ryan Walsh working for you with the 22 News I-Team.